I've also heard about some of your fetishes, and I hope your family rides you like Seabiscuit. Have a good one, man.
What? 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 What did I... What?
Told that you're a serious lib. I've also heard about some of your fetishes, and I hope your family rides you like Seabiscuit.
What?
Was a manufacturer of styrofoam, commercial grade styrofoam, which is very flammable. And so something happened in there that obviously caused a fire, and it turned into a commercial fire very rapidly.
Hey, I tried to go live and I've never had this happen. They keep cutting me off. Roger Stone is here with me. We're 2 doors down from his office. There was a drone strike in America 2 days ago, folks. I'm telling you, this is incredible. Why is
What? What? How did I miss this? Roger Stone and whoever this guy was alleging that this fire was a drone strike? Anyway, let's get into the next video. So, Vice News has put together a compilation of MAGA icons. Where are they now, and are they okay? So obviously, with the downfall of Trump as a political figure, after he's lost presidency, was banned on Twitter, and all this information comes out of how he tried to pressure the DOJ to overturn the election results, and of course the insurrection on January 6th, and of course just his general record before that. It's not looking too good for the MAGA crowd. The grift is not as risk-free as it used to be. Hey, Victim, thanks for the Prime Gaming. So I was interested on how many of these figures, like Dave Rubin, like Tim Pool, and like many of these people who supported Donald Trump in the 2020 election, how they are doing. I mean, we all remember Tim Tool's famous 49 state landslide quote. So I wanted to see how these people are coping with the loss of their favorite memer in chief.
Man, this is the biggest grift going.
Thank you very much. So, have a good life. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oof. That is wonderful editing. Oh my God. Kind of emotional, you know? The end of an era.
Bye-bye.
Filling the void. Oh, this is gonna be
Which
fun.
president was your favorite? But all time, who's your favorite?
Well, all time, I'd say Ronald Reagan. Shorter term, I would say. Well, you know, you look at Lincoln and you look at Washington. You have to go with they're the classics, right, Alex? You know, you think in terms of the great classics. You have to go with the Lincolns and the Washingtons.
I agree.
Great
Man,
classics.
George Washington was badass.
Yeah, that's what they say. I will not let you down. You will be very, very impressed, I hope. A year into office, you'll be saying, wow, I remember that interview. He said he was going
He talks about Lincoln like Lincoln is like a Huckleberry Finn novel.
to do it, and he did a great job.
Dylan, do I think Trump is a threat again in 2024? I mean, possibly if he runs again. But I think his odds of becoming president again in 2024 are greatly diminished. Is it still likely? Is it still a possibility? Yes, but I think the odds are way against his favor. And I think the Republicans, if they wanted to be actually strategic about it, they would be advising Trump to not run again and run somebody like Ron DeSantis if they actually wanted to win in 2024 and not just stay a cult around Donald Trump. By the way, Alex Jones was one of the first big supporters online of Donald Trump. He was a big supporter. He got that interview. InfoWars, you know, Alex Jones, the Sandy Hook truther. Everyone knows him for who he is. A scumbag. But he really turned against Trump in this 2019 interview that leaked that they're about to show. And it's bizarre looking back on it because he actually texted the people who made this documentary and specifically told them not to put this in there.
It's the truth, and I'm just going to say it, that I wish I never would have fucking met Trump.
I wish it never would have happened. And it's not that the attacks that I've been through. I'm so sick of fucking Donald Trump, man.
Damn.
God, I'm fucking sick of him.
I learned this from my hypnosis coach.
You have to have credibility in the hypnotist, your therapist, your
How does he go from such a cute comic like Dilbert to this nonsense?
doctor. It helps. I have credibility to many of you.
And this is one of my tricks. So, excuse me, I've got allergies today. I literally am pacing the reader to get them to believe my story enough by the time they get to those chapters that it overcomes the fact that I don't have any professional credentials.
If I just bullshit enough, maybe they'll forget that I'm not an expert.
I'll give you this following warning. I am going to be rewiring the brains. I'm a trained hypnotist. Most of you know that. Imagine without touching anything, you just look around and you look at an object.
I had no clue he was a hypnosis enthusiast. Well, I mean, maybe since he was like hypnotized by the cult of Trump, it makes sense, but I mean, maybe that's why anybody who watches his nonsense or listens to him actually like still watches him, because they've been set in a trance where they can't just see all the nonsense.
Pick an object in your room and just look at it and imagine, instead of it being real, that it's a perfectly rendered a virtual reality simulation. Now watch how that makes you feel. You have control. You can see in the comments, somebody's crying. Some of you were just released from a lifetime of pain.
What?
Well, one of the things he does.
I don't need to think about the Holocaust or starvation or all these crimes anymore. I just imagined like my table lamp was a virtual reality and it cured me of depression.
And this comes from my background as a trained hypnotist and someone who's studied persuasion for years, is that he speaks in visual ways.
Mocking a disabled man is still mocking a disabled man. I don't care if you mock other people in a similar fashion.
No, my point is that when he mocked people who were not disabled, when he was giving his impression of them talking, he did this. But you have to put it in context, that this is the thing he does for everybody.
He doesn't do that for everybody. He did this specifically. And he specifically made his arms like the guy who was disabled. He specifically did that. He doesn't do this for everybody. He never did this for Ilhan or Biden or everyone. He'll do exasperated versions of everybody, but he did an exasperated version of a disabled man, including, like, playing up his disability.
I really feel abused, honestly. I'm really happy that I've spent so much of my time and my personal credibility, a great deal of money. I would say that my personal financial situation is way worse. I would say my number of friends is probably down 75% because of supporting the president. There's no question about that. And
Love yourself.
I take it personally. It was free money sitting on the fucking table, and he left it there. And he left me on that table too. He left me just exposed. So he lost my vote. Somebody's crying.
Wait,
tell
who
you
lost
guys,
his vote?
I miss him.
Did he just say Donald Trump lost his vote? Wait.
I take it personally. It was free money sitting on the fucking table, and he left it there. And he left me on that table too. He left me just exposed. So he lost my vote.
These people know that Trump doesn't. Do these people know that Trump doesn't care about them and doesn't really know them on a personal level, and does, like, even if they did know them on a personal level, he still would not care about them? We see how quick he was to throw under the bus like all of his staff, whether it be his previous attorney general or, well, his multiple attorney generals, whether it be the big aired fella or the last one he had, William Barr. He threw them all under the bus. He threw Mike Pence under the bus when people were running up to the Capitol yelling, "Hang Mike Pence." Bizarre to me, man.
I gotta tell you guys, I miss him. I think it is quite possible that within our lifetimes, we will not see anyone that will be remotely as truthful as him. I miss him. There was a guy guarding the door. He was the orange guy, and you guys all took him out. He told you the truth. I miss him. Trump was...
Somebody in chat just said, Trump Jr. used the N-word in text messages. It's so unreal. He's the president's son. Wow. I don't care. I mean, I do kind of care because Donald Trump Jr. was like in political positions, right, during Trump's presidency. But I wouldn't care if he's just the president's son. If he's just the president's son, who cares? Like, I would want something that the president did. It'd be like somebody going to me like, did you know your uncle did this? Like, I don't care. The only reason I would care is because Donald Trump Jr. had political positions. Also, I know what you're doing. It was Hunter Biden. I know. Fuck you.
The last guy guarding the door. They're all mocking the guy who's guarding the door because he's orange and he has funny hair and he eats ketchup with his steak, and they were all mocking him. So you got rid of him, and then what'd you get? Okay. Let's see. Happy birthday, Dave. Keep doing what you're doing. Love your show. Will you go on Joe Rogan's podcast? Will I go on Rogan's podcast? I asked him, and our PR people asked him about a bajillion times to go on for my book. We did not get a response as far as I know, so I don't know what happened there. It's a little weird for me to say that publicly. I don't know what happened. Will I, Caitlyn Jenner, who right
I knew that you knew. That's why you said it wasn't a big deal. Again, I don't care. I don't care what somebody's family member. I don't care what somebody's family members or friends do. I care what they do, right? Anyway, Joe Rogan has said multiple times that he wants to, like, Dave Rubin has said multiple times that he wants to go on Joe Rogan's podcast again. He has made it very clear. He's emailed our staff. He's done everything to get back on his show. But Joe Rogan has openly said, and it's pretty clear that he's commenting on Dave Rubin, that he doesn't want to have grifters on that don't have real political positions, and that the term classical liberal is a cop-out for a conservative. Just admit you're a conservative, which is pretty barbed and directly pointed at Dave Rubin.
Right now is running for governor of California. I'll be totally transparent, John. I did donate $50 and I got the Caitlyn for California mug. I should have had it with me on set right now. And by the way, Caitlyn's people, we've reached out to you through every proper channel. I've tweeted a couple times. Please do respond to our people. I guess we'll give it another day or two for someone to just respond.
Please, come on, please.
And you don't have to do the show, obviously, Caitlyn. By the way, I reached out to Andrew Yang first thing this morning about 4 hours ago privately. Didn't hear back. Now, he could be very busy. He's running for mayor of New York City right now. We also reached out to his press team, and we didn't hear back. Please do respond.
Please.
I am seriously in a mood today. Like, what was I doing 5 minutes ago? I was literally Googling punching bags. So that's what we're going to be covering today. I am ready to roll. Like, I'm ready for the revolution. I really am. Like, if this is what these motherfuckers are going to do, like, I'm here for it. Like, I am not going to be your bitch. But before we get to all that, let's talk about Glint Pay, guys. I've been telling you guys about Glint Pay, and if you don't know, the world is in a very precarious spot. One of the things that's lasted for a long time, that people have cared about for a long time, well, that's gold. And using your Glint Pay card, you can not only buy and sell gold, but you can, like I said last week, that I think the Caitlyn Jenner thing is just complete BS. They still have not responded to us. Why don't we follow up again, actually? And it's like, you don't have to do the show, but if you can't even respond, then you're just not serious one way.
You're not serious. Look, I've sent a lot of messages to people and teams. Like, I've tried to go on JLPs. It didn't happen. So I just stopped. I tried to go on a lot of shows. Didn't get response. Tried to get a lot of people on my show. Didn't get response. Didn't do stuff. I remember a while ago, I tried to get in contact with Hutch. You know, Hutch. And he's been on my show a million times. When I was just starting out, I tried to get in contact with him. Got him, you know, no response. Then it grew a little bit. Then he responded. Maybe, you know, it made more sense maybe for him to contact me then. Maybe didn't see it till then. Who knows? They don't owe you. They don't owe you anything. They don't owe you time and attention. Don't need to act like a spoiled brat.
Speaking of winners, the greatest achievement this week actually happened at a Trump rally in Pensacola, Florida. That's where a brilliant musical group called the Freedom Kids performed this live number.
Oh my God, I remember this. This right here was like the first sign I was like, oh, this is not the first time, but this is the first time I realized, like, oh shit, this is just a cult.
Enemies of freedom, face the music, come on boys, take them down.
That's like sounds like something I'd hear before a firing squad opens fire.
President Donald Trump knows how to make America great. Deal from strength or get crushed every time.
The manager of USA Freedom Kids is suing the Donald Trump campaign over what he claims are 2 broken promises for their group to perform at campaign events. He says the Trump campaign backed out of a promise to provide them with a table for them to sell their CDs. He let it...
He screwed him over. Who would have thought? Who would have thought the con man would screw over children?
Go, but the last straw was a few weeks later.
The group was invited to sing at a campaign event for Donald Trump, and the rug was allegedly pulled out from underneath them at the last minute.
They fucking flipped. They pissed them off so bad they flipped teams. They flipped teams. This is still cult-like, and Joe Biden shouldn't have had him. But it's hilarious that he pissed them off so bad they flipped teams. Oh, that's really... I don't like that. That's creepy. I don't like it. But it is funny they flipped.
I was at the White House yesterday to see Donald Trump in person. At the White House!
Say a few words, please.
I was at the White House!
I wonder if this guy's ever gonna learn not to record in vertical. This guy, every single video I see of him, he's recording like vertical, and I'm just waiting for him to learn how to hold a phone this way. Like, it's not difficult. You go from here to here, buddy. Come on.
Oh my God! Oh, so y'all really thought y'all were going to convict and disqualify President Trump? Where in the hell is the GOP? Where are they at? Why are they not helping President Trump?
Hey man, look, you were very prominent in Trump world, and now that, for now, he's no longer president.
For now, oh boy. Oh boy.
I know how you feel about him in your heart. You know, you had some options there. Things were happening.
I know how you feel about him in your heart. In your heart. It's you got a deep emotional tie to the Trumpster. I know how you feel deep inside you about Mr. Trump.
And I know how you feel about him in your heart. You know, you had some options there. Things were happening in your career. What are your plans for the next couple of months?
My plans for the next couple months is the same as I've been doing.
Joe Biden's presidential address was the worst of all time. I mean, that was so horrible. And before I jump into that, this video is sponsored by one of the greatest companies, Noble Gold. Noble Gold can help you more than Joe Biden
can. Dude, okay, there's something that always gets me at the Trump team. It's not, this guy made a bad speech. It's always, this guy made the worst speech of all time, right? Like, for example, if you would ask me to rank Trump among the presidents, he'd be near the bottom, but I don't know if you could actually get me to say he's the worst president of all time, right? I don't know why it's always got to be so exaggerated and hyperbolic. And then just the immediate cut into the gold commercial. I love it.
Noble Gold can help you protect your money and everything you worked hard for. They can help you bag that with real physical silver and gold. Give them a call. 1-877. I'm not gonna lie, it's been very tough. I've been banned from so many barbecues, and I miss them. I'm not gonna lie, I miss them.
By the way, this is the Walkaway campaign founder. I was in DC after the Million MAGA March. The next day, me and Lycan went to a walkaway campaign, like a speech, and basically they endorsed Proud Boy violence from the day before. They had speeches calling like Democrats demons and the devil. They did a prayer to keep America away from demonic Democrat lies because Trump's gonna win again. It was just all like, it was a bunch of like crazy nonsense. They all said this election's gonna be overturned. Just you wait and see. And the amount of cope. And then I watched that one gay guy with the long hair who's like one of those log cabin Republican types, called The Persistence on Twitter. I think he's running for Congress or something or whatever. I don't really care. But he was kissing people in the middle of COVID, like almost open mouth. And it was like 80-year-old women just kissing people. It was weird, man.
The barbecues.
Brandon Straka, thanks so much for joining us tonight. You are a very interesting man. So you were a Democrat. Now you have a new movement called #WalkAway that you're wearing. Good marketing.
Okay, and is it it's a website? Yeah, so I get on it and I look at other people who have walked away.
And what are you walking away from?
Well, I'm walking
By the
away.
way, the vast majority of the people that spoke at the Walk Away event were never even Democrats.
From the Democrat Party, and I'm also walking away from the divisive, hateful, and now I think we're on the brink of almost violent rhetoric that's coming from the left.
He says violent rhetoric. Again, I was there. They were endorsing Proud Boy violence from the night before. That was the night when I got maced for doing nothing. I had to help that girl that was stabbed.
Excuse me, sir. Get inside. We're going in. They're saying we're going in. We're going in.
He does know that you're not. If someone just says we're going in, you don't gotta go with them. Like, if all your friends jump off a bridge, doesn't mean you need to.
They're using gas.
Hey everybody. You know, I was kind of doing some reflecting today a little bit. Whether or not Trump has a second term. Today was the end of his first term.
Today was the end of his, whether or not. Oh God, man. When you tie yourself so deeply to one person and then it all crumbles, right? It's why I do my best not to orbit any particular person on Twitch. Because if I did, then they go under, then I could go under with them. This is like that. These are all the Trump orbiters. If Trump was a Twitch streamer, this is like if Trump got banned, right? Well, he did get banned. But in this hypothetical, he was a Twitch streamer and got banned for being, like, after being a Twitch streamer. All the orbiters would run away in disarray and no clue what to do next, hoping he gets unbanned. That's what happened, right? This is like all the Ice Poseidon orbiters and, like, chatters, like, not knowing what to do once Ice Poseidon got banned. 100%. What, that was deep. Did you come up with that alone? Yes, Katarana, of course I did.
The Trump presidency is the very thing that opened my eyes and changed my life. I'm telling you, the future is bright and it's exciting. We are only just getting started.
The best is yet to come.
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 What happened to that fashy speech, like Star Wars evil person who spoke at the RNC?
All my love.
That is 44-year-old Brandon Straka recording a video in the crowd that day. Agents arrested him in Omaha following a tip, and now he's in federal custody on these charges: impeding law enforcement during civil disorder, knowingly entering and remaining on restricted ground.
Hello to all of you, my family out there who haven't seen me in a while. I met with my attorney today and we had a conversation. You know, if you're able to continue to support or to begin support.
Please support me. I'm going to prison, please. Got the suspect sushi treatment.
In my emails, I provide a number of different options for people who want to be a monthly recurring supporter, for people who want to offer a one-time financial support, or for people who want to donate to my legal fund. I mean, it's essentially all the same thing, but...
Kamala Harris has been chosen to be the vice presidential running mate for Joe Biden.
Oh boy, this is gonna be, I can't wait for all of his 49 state landslide. I'm excited.
2020 election cycle, and I'm sure most of you have already heard by now because the internet can't stop laughing. But this choice may be a gift to Donald Trump of a massive 49-state landslide. I think it's fair to say Trump's going to win re-election. We all know Joe Biden will lose. But let's be real. I think we're looking at a Trump victory, man. Trump 2020 landslide, and we may see a 49
Dude,
state.
I know he lives in Maryland. Sadly, he lives in the same state as me, and deep in the woods in like this big like home, right? Do you think maybe he was just so isolated in the woods he just didn't Just didn't understand the outside world and that the world was just not vibing with this 49-state landslide.
Landslide. We may be looking at a Mondale.
That's not the Suspect Sushi treatment. He is motherfucking charged with only a misdemeanor. Thing is with Suspect Sushi, to me, he's still a traitor. He's part of the Proud Boys. He went to the Capitol riots for a stupid reason, and he went into the Capitol building. He did everything wrong. You're not going to change my opinion on Suspect.
Reagan type scenario where Trump landslides 49 states. Maybe a 50-state landslide. That'd be amazing. I just really think it's more likely that Trump wins 520 electoral votes. Trump gets 537 or 36 or even 538 every single electoral vote. As I've stated 1,000,001 times, Donald Trump's going to win. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
He was in there with like 1,000 million camera and only got a misdemeanor. That is true. It is messed up that he only got a misdemeanor. He should have got more. But you know what? Lucky bastard, eh?
Have been sworn in as president and vice president, as expected. For the time being, Democrats control a decent amount of power in U.S. government, but things are pretty bad. You know, you'd think escalating gas prices, the cost of goods, and inflation would be bad enough, but now you got to tack on.
By the way, Joe Biden did not cause the inflation. Any economic growth and recovery process that would have been used to get us out of like the pandemic and the massive increase of people going to restaurants and locations now we're seeing with the pandemic hopefully wrapping up, the Delta variant and people not getting vaccinated might change those plans, is going to cause an increase of inflation. There was no policy Joe Biden could have done to stop that.
On all the articles telling people to eat cicadas. Eat cicadas. Because there's, in many cities, food shortages, chicken and beef. No, we will not eat the bugs. Now, I personally don't mind eating bugs, just I think eating cicadas out of the ground is probably a bad idea, so I'd recommend against that. I'm going to do something now that a lot of people have criticized me for. I don't care. I really, really don't. I'm gonna shout out safeandreadymeals.com because at this point, the stuff I'm seeing has me worried. Don't panic. Seriously, I can't say that enough. Don't panic. You gotta remain.
Don't panic, but please get barrels and barrels of food to store in your home. The end is coming. Don't panic.
And calm and strategize, and that's what this is for. Don't panic. Massive power outages. Pipes are bursting. But this is legit, and I really mean this.
Bursting.
We are dealing with...
Hey, look, the only thing that needed to burst was this bubble, okay?
Supply chain disruption. The one aspect of this that will likely affect all of you is the food shortages. I am only promoting it now because I genuinely believe you need to understand what's going on. I've gone to the store, some things are missing. Either food becomes more expensive or food doesn't exist. Don't panic. It's literally just food. You can order it and it comes. Check it out if you want to. We've already reached the point where citizens in some cities are storming the dumpsters to get what spoiled food they might be able to eat from a grocery store.
That's been America for a very long time. I don't know why you're saying that's just now happening.
This is real.
Part of me, the selfish part, wishes I'd never met Donald Trump, wishes that I'd never met Roger Stone.
You haven't lived until 17 armored vehicles show up at your house at 5 o'clock in the morning with 29 SWAT-clad, weapon-bearing FBI agents to arrest...
It's just one guy. Just one guy.
...arrest me for the first time, nonviolent, fabricated crime of lying to Congress.
I am getting some breaking news right here, and I'll share it with everybody. I was just handed this. NBC News has now confirmed that President Trump has called Roger Stone and told him that he will commute his sentence.
We're going to commute the sentence for the non-crime you committed.
Also breaking right now, it's noon, a massive fire breaking out. This is a warehouse in Oakland Park.
Sky 10 over the scene as firefighters try and get it under control.
You can see firefighters working to put the fire out right there.
The business was a manufacturer of styrofoam, commercial grade styrofoam, which is very flammable. And so something happened in there that obviously caused a fire, and it turned into a commercial fire very rapidly.
Hey, I tried to go live and I've never had this happen. They keep cutting me off. Roger Stone is here with me. We're 2 doors down from his office. There was a drone strike in America 2 days ago, folks. I'm telling you, this is incredible. Why is
What? What? How did I miss this? Roger Stone and whoever this guy was alleging that this fire was a drone strike?
It's not major news.
This building is catty-corner from my office. There was an enormous explosion, which is as yet unexplained.
It was the fire.
Speculation that it was a drone attack.
Oh, now it's speculation. Oh, now Roger Stone's trying to reel it back in a little.
This vehicle's catty-corner from my office.
Look at this crazy drone strike.
I do know that Barack Obama signed an executive order just before leaving that allows the military to use drones on U.S. citizens if they deem that they're domestic terrorists. I put nothing by them, or perhaps this is meant to intimidate.
Look, I don't know why he's doing this. All you need to do is look at like the Yemeni if you want to talk about our drones, just look at Yemen for a moment. Like, you don't need to do this nonsense to like make our drone policy look bad. Like, you just read a book on drones. It's not that difficult.
Me. This thing looked like Dresden after World War II. I mean,
Dresden after World War II. It was a fire, which, you know what? In a way it kind of did, because it was fire bombing, but a drone and fire bombing are two totally different things. And no, it does not look like Dresden, because Dresden was burned to the ground, the entire city. That's one building.
I mean, this is 250 feet from the front door of my office.
So right there, it is stonedefensefund.com.
Yep.
You can go there. You can donate, help the man out. The shit that's going on is...
I mean, I'm literally indigent at this point. I lost my home. I lost my savings. I lost my insurance. I lost my car. I'm struggling to pull the resources together to finish writing a book about this entire horrific experience. Plus, I'll have some new products, my Stone Cold vodka, my Stone Cold cigars.
Stone Cold cigar. Dude, if at your age, I don't know if that's a good idea.
Stone Cold spectacles.
Stone Cold spectacles. Yeah, I'm sure everybody's gonna... The only reason someone would buy Stone Cold vodka, Stone Cold cigars, and Stone Cold spectacles is if they thought it was... by accident, thought it was made by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
My Stone Cold men's skincare line. My
skincare.
My Stone Cold sauces. I'm gonna put my famous Sunday gravy in a jar. Stone's Cold.
Bring them back.
Stone's Cold neckwear. My 5 books. One of them a New York Times bestseller. 3 of them Amazon bestsellers. Are you familiar with Cameo?
Hey, it's the movie.
Oh no. Guys, Anthony Scaramucci's on Cameo. Can someone link me that in chat? Can we get him to endorse Hippy Dippy?
Mooch, I'm super excited to be on Cameo, so tell me what you want me to say to you. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, Sean Spicer, I'm excited to be on Cameo.
On Spicer too?
I'm Michael Cohen. You need something
Michael
fixed?
Cohen? Dude.
Let's get started.
I just wanted to tell you that you are a kick-ass dad and a great role model for your children.
Oh my God. Can we get all of the... Okay, Katarana, you help me with this. Get every single one of these on a list, and we're going to get them to endorse Hippy Dippy. Let's see if we can do it.
And your grandchildren.
Peter, this is Donald Trump Jr.
Oh my God.
I'm told that you're turning older than dirt. And I'm not that sorry about that, because I'm also told that you're a serious lib. I've also heard about some of your fetishes, and I hope your family rides you like Seabiscuit. Have a good one, man.
What? 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 What did I... What?
Told that you're a serious lib. I've also heard about some of your fetishes, and I hope your family rides you like Seabiscuit.
What? Do they not like pre-vet those?
Have a good one, man.
Yes, I am saying to you, Trump will win in a landslide in November 2020, no matter what the other side tries, no matter what plot or plan they've got working out there.
Well, she was obviously wrong, so I'm sure she'll run it back, be like, maybe I don't have as close of a connection with God as I thought I was. I'm just gonna realign my spiritual health, and I'm sure she like took a step back and reevaluated, her position.
They will fail. And may I remind you that even Satan himself had a plan to take over heaven. He crashed and burned. That's what's going to happen to the left. Trump thanks all those who support him. In heaven, they're rooting for him. Don't know what earth people think about. Heaven knows that God picked him, and what he's already done for this country proves that God picked him. And he's going to win in 2020, in case you wonder. But even the frequency in his voice now has a vibration in it. Shake, right? And then we shake.
Really?
Some people may begin to feel that when they hear him speak, because you know why? He is our president. And so
what?
I can tell.
Oh no! Instead of even like being like he was cheated, she just 100% was like, no, he's still our president. He's like Biden's the fake president. She just went full down that route. Okay.
We're getting closer and closer to that time when God himself is going to do something. Right now, I declare.
What?
And I call forth our president to take his rightful place.
Is that a spirit stick? What is that?
To come forth right now, step into your destiny that God gave you, called you, appointed you, and anointed you for this time. This is his choice, and we call you forth right now in the name of Jesus Christ. The prophets of God are with you. The military is with you. So come forth, step into your destiny now. So be it. In Jesus' name, come forth!
From the sitcom Happy Days, Scott Baio.
I want to thank Mr. Trump for asking me to be here tonight and talk about a man.
Thanks, Kat.
That I trust with the lives of my family and the health of our country.
That's not a smart move.
What has happened to this country? I don't know. I don't know where I am anymore. My head is cut off. I don't know. My head is fine. Anyway, I don't know. What do you want me to do about it? Okay, my head's being cut off. Sorry, folks. This is what I'm doing. Joe Biden?
Just the mention of his name is enough to bring him to tears.
Who are we? Who are we?
One in chat, Biden's a joke? Well, it must be a really sad joke because this guy's crying. My God.
Who are we? We're Americans, God damn it. God damn it. Guys, I'm sorry.
You shouldn't have said God's name.
I'm sorry I said GD.
I don't believe you.
All right, fine. I'm upset.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm upset. So my wife is sitting here.
Yeah, but don't.
Okay, I got
don't
it,
curse,
Renee.
please.
You're stopping my flow here.
Yeah, but you're gonna lose a lot of you Christian followers if you talk like that.
Okay.
Gonna lose them. You're gonna lose a lot of your Christian followers. I love that. Hey, just true. That is brand awareness. Could I imagine? Look, I could not imagine censoring myself to that degree. I couldn't. I'd try my best not to cuss constantly, but I could not imagine.
Thank you. So, I lost my train of thought. Look, I'm as conservative as you can get. So is my wife.
I'm an independent that's conservative.
Okay.
Yeah. But we don't want to change. We don't want to change the state of Utah, please.
Let's pray that we get this thing done. Let's not give up on the man. I think if he felt he genuinely lost, he'd say, "Okay, thank you for letting me serve you, and God bless." I think.
You think that, but before the election, he specifically said, "If I lose, it was rigged." He said that in 2015, he said that in 2016, and he said that in 2020. He had no intention ever to concede the election.
That's who the guy is. But he believes that there's something going on, and I believe there's something going on, and I know you believe it too. Lin Wood, I think something's going to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, the incredible Lin Wood!
Lin Wood is one of those QAnon lawyers that is big online. Somewhere. I forget exactly what he is. Is he Trump's personal lawyer? I forget. No, Rudy Giuliani's his lawyer. Wait, is he also his lawyer? Is it two separate lawyers?
Lin Wood, everybody!
I'm a flawed person.
I love the fedora. It makes the gimmick.
I'm imperfect. What you love about Lin Wood is not Lin Wood. You love the message of Lin Wood because I tell you the truth and you love the truth. God is truth and truth is God.
Oh, he's Rittenhouse's lawyer. Not Trump's lawyer. He's Rittenhouse's lawyer. Look, I understand a lawyer's job is to protect their client and give them look, okay, so I have no problem with any lawyer defending basically anyone in court because it is the responsibility of every country, right? Defend and give everybody a fair trial. To defend somebody, give them a fair trial. But I could never muster up the stomach to defend people like Derek Chauvin or Rittenhouse type.
Hawken and others have led a social media groundswell of support for accused gunman Kyle Rittenhouse. That has now led to a pop-up nonprofit defense fund asking for donations, and one of the most prominent conservative attorneys coordinating Rittenhouse's defense, attorney Lin Wood.
Let Newsweek write about that tomorrow. Let Newsweek say Lin Wood's making the Q. Here you go, Newsweek. Watch this one. There you go. Q is the truth. This is about the children, for God's sake.
Okay, so Rittenhouse's lawyer is a QAnoner. Yep, okay. So I was right about him being a QAnoner. Got it. By the way, QAnon is ridiculous, but let's be clear. It has, created real-life terrorism. Whether it was that guy who tried to hijack that bridge, that guy who assassinated that mafioso, it's some crazy stuff, man.
Send this videotape. Send it to Hollywood. Send it to the politicians, the Clintons, the Obamas, the Bidens, the Bushes. Send it to those people because they are involved in child sex trafficking. It's time to tell the truth to America. Send them to jail. Put them in front of a firing squad. They are committing acts.
In front of a firing... Okay, so he's just calling for the execution of his political opponents. A totally normal thing to do. Got it. Totally normal. It isn't dictatory.
Against humanity. The penalty for an act against humanity is death. Take them out.
So the thing is, okay, well, Brick, I saw your comments about everything else, and it was dumb, but I didn't ban you because it's not bannable. Let's be clear. We're not going to call, and this will be your one warning, we're not calling for the death of anybody else, no matter the political opponent, in our chat. I don't do it for anybody on the right wing. I expect that the same of right-wing people in my chat who disagree with me, okay? We're not going to call for the death of political opponents, okay? It's not a nice Christian thing to do, and I'm not going to have that in my chat. So that's the one warning I'm giving. Okay. The thing that gets me is when I was in DC, I remember I had a Biden hoodie on in DC. I'm showing the video on it. You had to comment on it and say it was bad. If I showed a video of somebody doing a bad thing and I said that's bad, a good response wouldn't be, well, you support it because you're showing it. Like documentarians do this stuff. Okay, I'm done talking to chat. I don't have the brain power to go that low, okay? Look, the thing that gets me is when I was in DC, I saw a lot of people just openly calling for execution, whether it was Hillary Clinton, any political opponents, all these people. And I had a Biden hoodie on. I could go get the Biden hoodie. I could bring it out. I could show you guys. But I was wearing a Biden hoodie. And I had people coming up to me saying, Dylan Burns, you are a traitor. You are a traitor. Some people recognized me. You're a traitor, Dylan. I'm a traitor because you voted for Biden. And you know what happens to traitors, huh? Traitors deserve death. So they wouldn't directly say you should be killed, but they do it in a roundabout way. And I was committing treason because I voted differently in a democracy. It was a very interesting dilemma I was given while I was in DC on January 6th. But it's something that goes all the way up to the top to people like Lin Wood. It's a general theme among the QAnon space is they is a Myanmar-style coup in the execution of their political opponents. They want a military junta in the United States.
Men use Kyle for his Twitter following news message, in which they used Kyle to gain money. I asked Lin, where's money?
But here's the deal. What's the deal?
Lin Wood backstabbed Kyle Rittenhouse? Huh, I actually had no clue.
We don't need you to investigate, interrogate, speculate, fabricate, or instigate. Are we all on the Trump train? Now, when I say all aboard, you say choo-choo. All aboard? All aboard? All aboard!
Wow. I'm Silk with Diamond and Silk. Wow. And I'm usually the quiet one and the silent one, but you know silent can be violent.
That doesn't even mean anything. That just rhymed. It doesn't even mean anything.
Say thank you, Mr. President. I love you from the bottom of my heart. And November the 3rd, 2020, you will be the president of the United States.
Also, you all, we still have a patriot out there fighting for our freedoms.
Yes.
Fighting against the irregularities that happened in the 2020 election. Okay?
Yes.
So,
sorry.
Go ahead.
Dylan, you don't show both sides? Well, you're right, I don't. Because I'm a left-wing commentator, and I give my political opinion. If you want somebody who's a right-wing commentator's political opinion, go watch Tucker Carlson, okay? We do have roundtables, and I do talk to people with right-wingers. If you're a right-winger and want to talk to me, just send me a DM. I'll talk to you. But why would I go through every specific political opinion that isn't mine? I'm here to express my political opinions.
What you do, girl?
No, I didn't do anything. We're good.
Okay, so what I want you, don't make it so big.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Don't make our faces so huge like that.
I got it. I think I got it.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm about ready to unbox Diamond and Silk. Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready? Here we go.
You don't know I thought they said you don't know Jews. It says you don't know Jesus on his shirt. Unbox Diamond and Silk? Did they make figurines?
All right. Oh, man. Oh, not cool. Not cool. Not cool. That's not cool.
My head is cut off.
Where's her head?
Because unlike previous things I'd done that were game-changing.
Does not cure coronavirus.
Those were just time-space continuum reflections.
What does that even? That doesn't mean anything.
Of the third big change I was going to be involved in, and that was bringing Donald John Trump into Austin. So I said it again. I said Austin into office.
That's a good way to end it. That's a brilliant way to end this. Why is he? That's a big flag. I forgot. I always wondered what he thought. What demographic was Mark Zuckerberg trying to play to? What PR guy talked to Mark Zuckerberg and told him this would be a good idea to connect with the people? Anyway, man, it seems that the MAGA world is not recovering very well from Donald Trump's loss. Let's see, and this lays out in polling as well. 24% of Republicans think they have a good shot of winning in the 2022 midterms, while 75% of Democrats do. And I want to keep that energy moving, okay? Sorry, but the Trump train has been a little bit derailed, hasn't it?